Horsepower secrets of the rich and famous, or horsepower secrets of low budget guys who work in their backyards and garages like we do. We did that 318 recipe video last week, and there were a couple of things that I talked about in it that, reading the comments, you guys either didn't understand or had never heard of before. So I figured, let me take care of these two things now. We'll do one quick video and show you how you can free up some horsepower out of your budget build. This is like no money, right? So the first thing I talked about was back-facing valves, right? And it's like, what the hell is that? Come here, I'll show you. So this is a street valve out of a big block Chrysler, but they're all the same. It isn't a Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, it doesn't make any difference. Street valves almost universally have a little lip right here. You see, here's the seat, and here's this ridge that they put around it, okay? So this is done for emissions purposes, for low velocity emissions purposes. But, you know, for us, we're looking to make horsepower. So picture now the flow around the intake valve, right? It's coming in through the port, hits the back of the valve, and it gets spread out, and it hits this lip right here. And it gets deflected slightly up into the bowl or above the seat, right? So what you want to do with this is you want to take this down. And I'll show you how you do that, right? You chuck it up in your Harbor Freight drill press, okay, and you take a file, right? And all you do now, right? Now you want to make sure you don't get into the seat at all, right? But just above the seat. So you want to take this file and lay it on the valve like this, just at the angle that ridge is even with the back face of the valve. So, and I can do this for another 20 minutes. This is what it looks like when it's done. Okay, you're going to have a little bit of a shadow, but that's all you want to do. You want to just leave it so you've got just a little bit of a shadow, and that'll tell you that you haven't gone so far that you're into the seat. Now, there's another area of the intake valve that you wanted to pay attention to. And intake valves and exhaust valves are different. Aside from the metallurgy and their size, they perform different functions. Remember, on the intake valve, the mixture is flowing this way. And on the exhaust valve, the mixture is flowing this way. So what you want to do is, to accommodate that, on the intake valve, you want to sharpen the area right beneath the seat. And you do it the same way in the drill press with a file. And you want to just take your file and run it along the back face here, and try, not quite a knife edge, but pretty close to a knife edge. You want this very sharp back here, right? And so what that's doing is, as the mixture comes, it's giving it, you know, it's just flowing right out. It's not giving it anything to stick to, so it'll spread out better. And then on the exhaust side, you do the same thing if your exhaust valve has a ridge right there. You do exactly the same thing. Some of them have a ridge, some of them don't. This one does. And then on the exhaust valve, when you chuck up in your vise, you don't want a sharp edge here. Remember, it's the mixture is coming this way, right? So what you want to do is you want to round this off. A sharp edge will cause it to want to blow out like this, and then interrupts flow. So what you want to do is you want to have a beveled edge right here, just a soft round turn, so that this way the exhaust gases just meet it, flow around it, and come up the valve. So that's that. Valves. Now the other thing I talked about was reversing the piston offset, which we did a whole video on this, and I've mentioned it time and time again. But I'm going to show you guys now. Here, we set up a little demonstration. Come this way. So reversing the piston pin offset is an old school trick. All engines built like in the last 75 years or so have the piston pin offset. So here you can see my finger, right? That's the one side, and here's, you can see the distance that it's offset to this side. And the reason the factory does this is to reduce piston slap when the motor is cold. By turning the piston around, you're giving the pin, what you're doing is basically you're locating the pin over the direction of crankshaft rotation. So it gives a harder push earlier in the stroke than it would with the pin set the way the factory does. The downside of this is it may make a little clatter when it's cold, but if that bothers you, you're watching the wrong channel. There's a lot of myths involved in it. It causes it to smoke, premature wear, all sorts of things. Nonsense. The engine will run just fine. Most of them don't even make a noise, or that you'll actually hear. So don't stress it. Okay, so now you can do this on any engine that has a flat top piston. You see a lot of Fords and a lot of Chevy motors have double sets of eyebrows. Some of the Chryslers also have double sets of eyebrows for the valve relief. So you could use those. You could turn them around. And a normal flat top like this. It won't work with a domed piston. It won't work with a piston that has valve relief on one side, not on the other, like a Hemi pistons, for example. But anything that's a flat top piston, you can do this to. So one of the points of confusion in the video that I did was I said that you turn the piston around, right? So here's your notch facing the front, right? And you turn it around so the notch faces the back, and then you swap it to the other bank. Now here's the reason you do this. The crankshaft is rotating in the same direction for both banks of cylinders. So the fact that they're arranged on a V is kind of, it's coincidental. They could all be in a straight line. You'll get the same effect. The reason that you turn the piston around and then swap it to the other side is because you want to keep the orientation of the big end of the rod correct to the crankshaft. So you can see on this rod, there's this side here is flat, and then this side has a chamfer. So that chamfer orients against the cheek of the crankshaft. Also, a lot of rods have oil holes. They have oil squirter holes to either squirt the skirts of the opposite bank pistons, to squirt the camshaft. So by turning the piston around in the bore like that, you keep those oil holes oriented where they have to be. So that's why you turn the things around. So at any rate, simple, free, old school horsepower tips. We have plenty of these things, and we'll do more as we go along. But work on that, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Action.
So reversing the piston pin offset is an old school trick. Yeah. So reversing the piston pin offset. So reversing the piston pin offset. I can't, ready? Here, this time's for real. You paying attention? I'm sure you are. Okay.